Hey y'all. So last weekend I was at a festival doing a show and selling of these mountains and 365 little big things. And I have a sign at my booth that says, ask me about 365 little big things. So this lady was in my booth and we had been talking and everything. And all of a sudden she goes, so tell me about 365 little big things. And so I told her my usual spiel. And she looked at me and she said, okay, but it's deeper than that. And I kind of looked at her and I'm like, okay, lady, that I don't know. Reading my mind. Yes. And so she asked me, she said, tell me the rest of the story. So here it is. Last year I had some pretty deep, dark times. And I've always had anxiety and could fall into bouts of depression and that kind of thing. It's just always been something that's been part of my life. And I had gotten into one of those spots. And one morning when I woke up, I said, okay, today I'm just going to do something little. Because quite frankly, leading up to that day, I had just been going through the motions. And I did something little. I walked to the end of my driveway. That was it. And the next day, okay, I'm going to do something little. The next day, and the next day, and the next day. And not long into it, I started feeling a little bit better. And so I thought, all these little things I'm doing are kind of making me feel better. So I just kind of started writing some of them down. That was one of the day's little things one day, was just write some of these down that I've done. And I did. And then as I kind of kept going over the next few days and next few weeks, I had quite a list of things that I had done. Just little things. And so I started adding to my list and curating my list a bit more and adding things on that really weren't my things, but things that I thought, you know what, maybe could help somebody else. And I created a little design for all my lists, and I created a little booklet idea for them. And I was like, this is kind of cool. And I took it and I showed it to my niece. I'm like, what do you think of this? And she's like, that's pretty cool. So I kept adding to it and adding to it. And about day 200, it was kicking my butt. But I'd committed myself. 365. That was my number. My other number was by November 1st. The November 1st date was a date that I had imposed on myself, that I wanted to have my little book published into a big thing for me by November 1st. So I worked hard and I got it done. And I got it to where it was ready to be sold. And so many people have been picking up this little book, 365 little big things. Little things that are making a difference in their life and have made a huge difference in mine. So all I can do is encourage you to find those little things in life that when you add them all up together, they make a big difference. I feel so much better than I did a year ago. I feel like a different person. I feel like I have a different attitude. I feel like I have a different mindset and outlook on life. Just because I started doing little things that made a big difference. Listen, I would love for y'all to buy a book. I would love for you to follow along with this list. I would love for you just to look at it and find one or two and then make your own. Nothing would make me happier. I'll put the link in the bio down at the bottom so you can order a copy if you would want. But I'm not doing this just for you to order a copy of the book, because I really do feel like it makes a difference. I feel like it can make a difference for you because I know it made a difference for me. I love y'all. Have a great day. Bye.